Hi, this is Ralph Burns, and I have another really exciting video for you today. This is the second in a series of videos designed to further answer your questions surrounding the most common sales management challenges you face, as gathered from our online survey we did just a few weeks ago. So this video today is on leading your salespeople to top sales performance, entitled Leading Isn't Dictating. Today I'll be giving you a peek into some of the most important sales leadership concepts that we outline in the Sales Management Mastery online program so that you can unleash the best from your salespeople by leading them effectively every day. So let's get started. Some of the concepts I'll share with you today might strike you as a bit controversial as well as a bit counterintuitive. And if it does, then that's good. The reason why it might feel this way is because some of these concepts run against everything you've probably learned and observed as a leader of salespeople. And if it feels strange, that just means that you're learning things that 99% of average sales managers just don't do. And that's the reason why they're average. But this is precisely the reason why you should do it. After all, you don't want to be anything like those average sales managers. You wouldn't have taken the time to sign up for this video, then taken the time in your busy day to watch the video if you weren't 100% serious about acquiring these new skills that will propel your sales team to unheard of heights. The good news is that since 99.999% of all other sales managers won't ever watch this video, you'll know something that they won't ever know. And that's pretty good for your business as well as for your career. So although we've talked about this in the first video, you don't ever want to get caught up in this conventional sales management thinking. Because if you continue to do the same things you've always done, then you'll get the same results you've always gotten. Let me say that again. If you continue to do the same things how you've always done them, then you'll continue to get the same results you've always gotten. All I really want you to start doing is inspect what you do every day. And if what you're doing and how you're approaching your job as a sales manager isn't getting you the results you're looking for, then why keep doing it that way? I think it was Einstein who defined what I know is a cliched quote, but I'm going to say it anyway, what the definition of insanity is. And it's doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting the different results. He was pretty smart, you got to admit. So if you lead your salespeople in a certain way, because that's the way it's always been done, or because that's the way I was always led by my managers, then I challenge you to rethink those notions and not get caught up in conventional thinking. Because conventional thinking is what we're really trying to avoid here. Remember, conventional thinking as a sales manager equals conventional results. And conventional results is quota hitting results. However, if you start thinking unconventionally, unconventional thinking will get you unconventional results, which are quota smashing results. So in the vein of thinking unconventionally, here we go. There have been hundreds, if not thousands, of books written by hundreds of leadership gurus, all desperately trying to exactly define what makes a great leader. The leadership gurus would have you believe that in order to lead others well, there's some kind of formalized process that you need to complete in order for you to lead effectively, which then in turn creates followers. Well, just like great motivating, great leadership is not achieved by completing a one fell swoop formalized process. That if you check off and do steps 1 through 20 in a set order, you'll suddenly and magically become a great leader. This goes not only for just regular leadership, but goes for sales leadership as well. The big difference is that leading salespeople is far different than leading people, because to lead salespeople, it takes a unique combination of leading and motivating to do it extremely effectively. And although there are thousands of books written on how to lead people, there are very few books that are written on how to lead salespeople, and none that I've ever read. So leading as a sales manager involves a different approach altogether. And this is the approach you've probably never learned. Or if you have been taught it, you've probably never learned it really well. And that's because it's really never been taught. Similar to the methods that I outlined in the motivating video, leading effectively is the sum of hundreds if not thousands of decisions that you make on a daily basis. And to lead well, you must always be cognizant of every communication you send to your salespeople. This includes everything you talk to them about, everything you blast in an email or a text message, everything you leave on a voicemail to your salespeople. You've got to always be cognizant of how you're leading them. And be aware of it all the time, 24/7. I know we're all looking for a quick fix. And believe me, if I had one, I'd give it to you here. You'll probably are thinking, just give me a couple of tips and then I'll be a great leader. But it's just not that easy. I can't lie to you. The real key to top sales leadership is that it's a continuous, never-ending pursuit. And by saying it's a pursuit, That means that the successful execution is never fully completed. Rather, it's an ongoing process all the time. It's not something that's executed in a formal step-by-step process, as the management gurus would have you think. Here's another key concept that you must fully understand. The two terms motivating and leading, when it comes to top sales management, are so closely intertwined that they're almost imperceptibly the same. In fact, how well you lead determines how well you motivate it. And also, the reverse is true. How well you motivate determines how well you lead. So I submit this to you. Unless you're setting expectations, and there's an entire course devoted to setting expectations called Setting the Bar Higher in the Sales Management Mastery online program, then your sales district must be run as a modified democracy in order for you to achieve ultimate sales excellence and explosive sales growth. Please note, I didn't say dictatorship. Unless your salespeople are in an absolute meltdown kind of crisis, salespeople don't generally like to be led in the traditional sense. Salespeople do like to be prompted, assisted, consulted, collaborated with, helped, and aided, but led in the traditional sense, not really. The reason is due to the nature of the job of sales itself. And leading a team of salespeople really well is a very tricky thing to do, and that's why there's not a whole lot of resources out there to help you do it effectively. It's not like leading a team of engineers. No offense to the engineer crowd, but the truth is that salespeople like to feel that they're self-reliant, free-spirited, paradigm-busting lone wolves who dance to the beat of a different drum, especially the really good ones. The not-so-good ones don't mind being led and managed nearly as much. It's an interesting concept, but it's one that we get into in the Sales Management Mastery online program quite a bit. So this brings up another key point. When it comes to sales leadership, it's not how you lead your salespeople. It's rather which salespeople you lead in the first place. You see how this whole top sales management thing is so interrelated. It's very important. In the here and now, though, here's a great sales leadership technique that you can start using today to get your salespeople to follow you wherever you go and whatever you say. It doesn't take much. All it takes is for you to release just a little bit of control on your part. And here's where the unconventional sales management wisdom comes in. You need to let go of control in order to gain more control. If you can let things spin out of control just a little bit for you to establish greater control, then you'll be that much closer to your ultimate goal. And remember, your goal as a sales manager is not to try to control your salespeople. If it is, then you're missing the point. Your only goal is to trigger explosive sales results from them. And you get closer and closer to achieving this goal by releasing and giving away more and more of your own control in the process. So for those of you who are looking for a quick tip, here's one for you. The next time you have a decision or a policy change that affects your salespeople in either a minor or major way, before you do it on your own and do what your boss tells you to do and just make a decision, stop. Don't do it. Instead, call or email your salespeople and ask them what they think you should do. Take a little bit of a poll, write it out to them, and ask them what they think. Here's the deal. If you get them involved, invested in the eventual decision, they feel empowered, and they feel a surge of motivation, which is a key concept for you. Your decision-making automatically improves as well, because the ideas that come from them are often great ideas, and they might be even better ideas than you could have ever thought of on your own. So by including your salespeople in on the decision-making process, no matter how small or large they are, you'll start to lead more effectively in all aspects of your position. And once you start leading this way, you'll notice your salespeople are far more engaged and tuned into all the messages that you deliver to them as their leader. Let them feel the exhilaration of being on the business end of a policy change. And believe me, this method works for both the older, more prickly salespeople as well as it does wonders for the newbies who don't really know anything yet. It's not really too hard to do, but it does require certain phrasing and questioning in order for you to do it really effectively. We get into this in far more detail in the Sales Management Mastery online program. Whatever you do, though, you don't want to try this without making sure that you're prepared for the eventual outcomes. So you need to be careful. Because once you start giving your power away, it's really hard to get it back. The bottom line is this, though. Salespeople love to be included in on decisions that affect them. It motivates them and keeps them engaged, and it makes you a far more effective leader. They like to be thought of as important, not as just some anonymous cog in the machinery. And who wouldn't? Throughout the entire Sales Management Mastery Online program, we refer to the concept of importance time and time again and how you can harness this idea to unleash the best from your reps. The key is to empower your reps whenever possible and whenever appropriate. The concept of empowering your salespeople is a recurring theme as to everything you do as a top-performing sales manager. But I caution you, it cannot be done haphazardly. If it's done carelessly, it could fully undermine your true authority. So this is one of the real secrets of top sales leadership, that in order to lead effectively, so that you can unleash the best from your sales team, you must allow your salespeople to feel like they're leading you. In essence, you need to lead by being led. And that's how you trigger explosive sales growth. So thanks for watching. There'll be more cool videos coming soon, so stay tuned.